Hi everyone, it's Gina K from Gina K Designs and your host of Stamp TV. And today on Stamp TV, I'm excited to share the brand new Mega Wreath Builder templates and a couple of reasons why I love the Memory Misti. And you can see in these photos, these are large wreaths that I created as home decor pieces, but you can also use the Mega Wreath Builder for regular cards, larger cards, and for scrapbooking. So here is the Memory Misti, and you can see it's a huge 12 by 12 platform. It also comes with a bar magnet, which is great, and I have a piece of purple tape on my magnet to make it easy to pick up. Now, I have the Memory Misti mouse pad, and I really like this mouse pad because it allows me to use my Memory Misti as a workstation. And I always put a little piece of purple tape underneath just to secure my mats in all of my Mistis so they don't move around. Now, this surface of the mouse pad is great because you can ink right on it. You can do all kinds of techniques. So I'm going to do a quick little card to show you one of the reasons why I love using the Memory Misti as a workstation. I've put a piece of cardstock onto a stencil, and this is the water droplet stencil. And I'm going to use the Picket Fence Studio Life-Changing brushes and a little bit of sea glass ink. And I'm just kind of blending that ink just a little bit from the corner into the center of the stencil. Then I'm going to use some jelly bean green ink and just blend those colors together. I'm going to use a little jelly bean on each side of that sea glass, and then I'm going to go back with the original sea glass blender and blend everything together. So now I'm going to take that piece of cardstock off of the stencil, and you can see what that looks like. I'm removing the purple tape from the back. And now what I'm going to do is just grab my tidy towel and clean up that mouse pad so you can just wipe that ink right off. Now I have my first design set up at the 10-inch mark on my Memory Misti. So I'm going to ink this part of my design up with black onyx ink. And then I'm going to move that piece of cardstock to my next position, which is that upper right-hand corner. Now I'm going to ink up my next stamps, which are the flower heads for those stems, and I'm going to stamp that portion of the card. Now once that's done, I'm going to slip it down to the bottom right-hand corner where I have my greeting all set up. And by setting up all the parts of your card and then stamping them without having to clean the stamps and move the stamps and reposition, you can mass produce cards like this in no time at all. So here is my finished card. I just matted it onto a black panel and a jelly bean green card base. Well, now I want to show you the Mega Wreath Builder templates. So the Mega Wreath Builder has these circle templates in the center, and these are great for highlighting your center of your wreath for your greeting or for a focal image, whatever you want. And the sizes go all the way down to a size that's perfect for the original Wreath Builder. Now the first template measures 4 3/4 inches, so a 4 3/4 inch square is perfect for that. The second template is great for larger cards, 6 by 6 cards, or those mini scrapbook pages, the 6 by 6 pages. And then the biggest template is the one that I like to use for home decor pieces, and this one measures 7.5 inches by 7.5 inches. So this is great for making 8 by 8 home decor pieces that fit perfectly in frames. So I want to show you how to highlight using one of the circles. So I put my piece of cardstock in first, and then on top of that, I start layering up the other templates. I'm going to use some purple tape to tape the templates in place. Now, by layering these templates on top, this is going to enable me to make sure that that circle template is dead center in the middle of my square piece of cardstock. So now you can see that this is going to be perfect for highlighting And I don't have to worry that it's not in the center, so when I start building my wreath, everything is going to be centered. So I'm going to use one of the life-changing brushes and a little bit of sea glass ink, and I'm going to highlight just around the perimeter inside that circle. This is going to create a great focal image. You can also use this for focal image stamps. But I really love the way this brings out your center saying on these home decor pieces. And like I said earlier, the tiniest little circle is perfect for highlighting the centers of your original Wreath Builder projects. So now I'm going to remove the purple tape. And I always keep these pieces of purple tape so I can do more of them. They're reusable. I just tape them onto the side of my desk. But you can see now that circle is perfect. And now I'm just going to remove the rest of the templates, and I will be ready to start building my wreath on this piece of home decor. So that's a great way to get the center of your cardstock highlighted. So now you're looking at an interesting little piece here that we've developed. These are available in two different ways. These are printables, but you can also buy them in packs of pre-printed designs. We have There Is No Place Like Home. Then the next one is So Do Not Worry About Tomorrow. I love that one because that is something that I need to remind myself of every day. Love You More. I say that a lot when people tell me they love me. I always say, love you more. Home Sweet Home. This one is so cute, and I love the whimsical style. And then Let's Stay Home, which is awesome because I love to stay home and craft. And then this one, Welcome to My Craft Room, is very popular. So we did this one, we did them all in black. We also did them in brown, so you can do a nice warm toned piece of home decor. We did them in a bright red, which matches our red velvet. We did them in a soft gray, which is the one I'm going to show you today, and we did them in the tranquil teal, which is the Gina K teal. So here I'm going to put this gray panel into the Mega Wreath Builder. And I'm putting it in square orientation. You always want to start with your piece of cardstock in the square orientation, not the diamond orientation. Now I'm going to use one of the stamps from the Vibrant Blooms stamp set. So I'm going to place that face down off to the side, and I always like to start right on the right-hand side. For some reason, that's where I feel most comfortable and I seem to get the best results. So I'm going to pick that up with the Door of the Misty and then replace that to make sure it's back in the right spot. The first color I'm using is Jelly Bean Green, and I'll tell you, it was really hard to film this Mega Misty because it's so big. So you can see my umbrella lights and you can see the table shaking because the door is leaned up against my camera stand. So I apologize for those little glitches. But you can see I'm just turning this big piece of cardstock all the way around to each position in the Memory Misti, in the Wreath Builder template. And once I complete 8 turns, I have the beginnings of a beautiful wreath. Now this stamp set is great for coloring, but you can also stamp these kinds of images in color so that they're more delicate and you have less work to do. So now I'm putting this back into the square orientation, and my next design is going to be a flower from the same stamp set, and I'm going to place that so it overlaps in between 2 of the leaves. And my color that I'm going to use is Sea Glass, because sea glass matches my stamp room, so you can make these pieces of home decor to match your home decor. And the sea glass is a nice light ink, but it still gives a vibrant look to this flower. And again, now I don't have to color these, I can just stamp them in color, and it's a beautiful, whimsical look. So you can see there's some light overlapping between the leaves and the flowers, and that's what wreaths do in real life, so it's fine to overlap images. I'm going to continue to turn the piece of cardstock in the template and stamp each image until I have all 8 images stamped. With wreath building, less is more. I'm only using 2 images to complete this wreath, but the 2 images are plenty, and it gives me a beautiful, whimsical wreath, and that is ready to go into a frame. So I want to show you a couple others I made. This is Home Sweet Home, and I used the skeleton leaves stamp set and some warm autumn colors. And then these frames I found at Michael's. They came in a 4-pack, and they're 8x8, so I just mounted my piece that I made onto an 8x8 piece of cardstock to give that little edge. I just matched it to one of the leaves, and that gives me a perfect little framed Home Sweet Home that I can put on a table, in an entryway, or I can put it in my family room. Now here's a fun one that I made using the Crafty Notes stamp set. So wreath building doesn't require flowers and leaves all the time. You can use fun images like the Crafty Notes images to create a home decor piece for your craft room. And you can see I highlighted the center of that using one of the smaller circles. So I just continued on with my stencils and put that small one in there. And here is one that I made with So Do Not Worry About Tomorrow. And again, I used one of the circle templates to highlight the center. For this one, I used the Nurturing Blooms stamp set along with Vibrant Blooms. If you purchase the digital downloads for these designs, you're going to print them on 8.5 by 11 cardstock. And you're going to trim one side to 7.5 inches and then turn it and trim the other side to 7.5 inches. This is going to give you the perfect size for the largest template in the Mega Wreath Builder template pack. And if you want to cut them smaller, you can cut them down from there to make sure that greeting stays in the center. I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I hope you'll give Mega Wreath Building a try. And if you'd like to see some more Wreath Builder videos, I've added a couple of them right here for you to watch, and please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.